What is going on, squad? I am really excited to drop this video for you. So I have been trying to figure out what would be the best possible leg workout with the new IsoMax, right? All right, so we're gonna use the new belt squat attachment. Okay, so here's the link. I use the JFO one here. All right, the link is in the description box. It is like 10 o'clock at night Easter Sunday, and I am freaking pumped to do this. Like, you guys have no idea. All right, so here's the exercise routine, right? So it's belt squat, low, mid, high, 6x6, 20-second rest time, 6 seconds all in. I'm gonna have the timer going on as well, so I don't have to worry about it. You guys can just follow along. After that, it's gonna be a 1 6x6 of calf raise, and we're done. It should take, on paper, about 10 minutes. The video is probably going to be a little bit longer than that, but let's just get into it. Let's go. I mean, these games are going to be sick. You're going to see my legs shaking like that giraffe meme with the shaking legs that was just born. Yo, let's go. All right, guys. So you can see that I am facing the window, and you can see that little ledge that I hold on to. Now, I just want to clarify this. As you see me pushing with, I'm telling you, every ounce of muscle fiber that I have in my legs, okay? I'm not using my arms as a lever. That is just not how it works. I can't use that to push and make it easier. I'm just using that to keep myself upright, but I'm not putting any extra pressure on it. I don't want to take away from my workout whatsoever, but I found that it's a lot easier for me to just put my hands there so that I can keep my form a little bit better. I can certainly do it without it, and you guys have seen me do a belt squat without holding on to that, but I just want to, it's like when people do a leg press and they put their hands on their thighs, they're not using their hands to push their legs back up because that's just too much weight for the arms to be pushing anyway. All right, it's just legs, so it's just me placing my hands there. Now, with that out of the way, as I really wanted to address, that was definitely going to be the elephant in the room if I didn't address that. We're 1 down, 2 more to go. I knew this was going to be hard. It took my breath away right at the end of the second one. Like, I had to move my legs around because they started to cramp. I mean, which is fine. I knew that being in that crouched over position, my lower back was going to get tired too. But wow, this is really tough. My numbers went down by half after the first one. It was 3 something, and then it went down to 2, and my last couple were in the high 100s. So if you want muscle fatigue, there it is. So now we were at chain link 17. We're gonna go to chain link 20, and if you're wondering what I'm talking about, there is no chain link. Well, I'm talking about this. All right, so let's do this. This was absolutely freaking hard. This was the most work that my quadriceps have ever gotten out of any iso chain or IsoMax exercise to date. I realized about 3 to 4 minutes into the first set of exercises that it was going to be a battle, and it was around 10 o'clock at night on Easter Sunday when that was recorded. And I'm like, okay, well, we're committed. We're going to do this. But it's going to be hell. It's going to be hell. I have not done a 6x6 since before my surgery last year, and that was in July. So my body was like, what are you doing, Chris? What are you doing? Let alone for 3. So I had essentially 18 100% contractions in my legs, and whether it had been my quadriceps, hamstrings, shoulders, glutes, biceps, triceps, it wouldn't have mattered. It would have been absolutely brutal regardless, because when you start with a training modality and it's your first time doing it, period, or it's your first time in a long time and you're just getting back into the groove, your body is like, what are you doing? So it's going to be tougher. You're going to be sore. You're going to be challenged in a way that you haven't been challenged before. You can definitely see my legs start to shake here in these subsequent sets and reps, and I loved it. I don't get me wrong, I absolutely hated the process. I mean, it was absolutely miserable, guys. I can feel my quads tensing up, and you can see me. It might look like I'm over dramatic when I'm rotating my hips forward and just kneeling, after my sets, and it's because my quadriceps were cramping. It's like if you've ever taken a barbell squat or a dumbbell lunge set to failure, and it's just like you got the chicken legs at the end and you can't even bend. I mean, it's that tight. The muscle cramping, not cramping in a bad way, but it's just tightening up. That's what that felt like. I've never felt that before, ever. Okay, so we just finished the second round of 6x6. So my numbers were actually going up for a little bit. It went up. The first one I didn't even have the unit on, so if that ever happened to you, remember, transparency is the name of the game with our channel. But it started to go up, 300s and then 310 and 320. So the numbers are on the screen that you already saw, and then it started to go back down near the end. So I could feel myself running into muscle fatigue, which is fine. You know, my quads are definitely feeling it. My non-existent quads, right? A little something going on, All right, so now we just have the last one, which is the chain link 23. So this is gonna be the longest one. And after that, we have calves. My lower back is really tight, so that's why that last session took a little bit longer. On the last 6x6, where I was at the highest chain link, and it wasn't strap numbers, the strap numbers stay the same, but the highest belt squat chain link, I started to really get up there. It was starting to push high 4s and 5. I was starting to get my hip placement correct. I mean, it was already good, but like, you know, like how you continue to do reps and you just feel more solidified. Yeah, that's what was going on there, and it was great. It felt really solid, and I really liked being able to hit the squat at that higher length. When I was done, I mean, I was breathing hard for probably about 10 to 15 minutes post session. Normally I feel pretty energized. Last one. They're done, man. I'm shot. Every break I'm in even more of a dramatic pose. So that was all 3 of them. My left leg is on fire, and that makes sense. That is the weakest leg. That was where I had like the major knee injury in my left knee. So I've been playing catch up with that. Wow, I feel it. Oh my God. Okay. All right, so those are done. This was definitely a 9 out of 10 difficulty. Definitely 9 out of 10. 100%. It's because my lower back got tired. I wish I'd figured this out midway into it instead of like near the end, but sometimes that is what it is, and you guys signed up for transparency, so I like when I tell you guys I'm learning with you, I'm learning with you. So now we have the calf raise, and this is going to be the same standing calf raise we've been doing from the iso chain from the start. I'm going to go ahead and set back up the IsoMax. You guys are going to see the last 6x6. We're out of here. The calves at the end was also great. I felt like I had used up what core I had left, and so I was all over the place with I had like almost no balance with my calf raise, but I wanted to go ahead and finish that out. The numbers were a shadow of their former selves. The first one was kind of close to what my 1x6 numbers are, and then the subsequent reps were just not even close, and that's fine. You know, I kind of understand that it was going to go down. And I tell you guys, I gave it everything I had, but it was just raw lower body. I mean, it really felt like I had gone in the gym for about an hour and just absolutely just wrecked everything below my waist. Don't think about that too much. But great exercise. I'm excited to do that again, but not anytime soon. I would like to do that once a week, and I am doing legs twice a week in the weight room, and so this will be my third leg day. That took about 30 minutes to do. It would have taken less time if I had just realized to have the stool right next to me, because my lower back was so taxed. And my quads were cramping up because I kept leaning over and all that stuff. I mean, not during the repetition, but just like when I finished the rep, you know, I was just still in the squatted position, and so my the tension wasn't really getting relieved, and so that made everything harder, which makes sense. So, all right, guys, that's all I got, man. My lower back is completely taxed. It was just using it to stabilize on the belt squat when I should have just used the stool that this camera is standing on right now. I don't know why I didn't do that, but wow, I mean, my quads, they cramped up. For anyone that is new to the channel and you have never done a 6x6 and you think this is like some gimmicky bullshit, you are wrong. Oh my God. Right now, like, they feel like they're tensing up. This is the equivalent of a hard work. This is like the equivalent of like a hard leg day where like you're like stumbling out of the weight room. That took about 30 minutes. I kid you not, mentally it took 90. Mentally it took 90. And if you've done a 6x6, go ahead and comment down below. Let the newcomers of the squad, let them know how it felt for you so they can see for themselves. Oh my God. Great exercise though. I mean, the quads were completely overloaded. Just, I mean, the belt squat is just, it is the undisputed IsoMax champion of the world. Any UFC fans? Wow, what a freaking beast of a workout. So 3 6x6s and the calf raise. The calf raise was great as well. I had absolutely zero stability left in my lower back, so like, even though I used my core to tighten for the standing exercise like the calf raise and the shrug, which use the same strap number, and it just took everything. So that was a great exercise. 24 100% contractions for 6 seconds. I mean, you are going to stimulate fantastic strength and hypertrophy gains, because remember that 6x6 gets both. What do you guys think? Are you crazy enough? Are you masochistic enough to go try this? Comment down below. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to drop a like, go ahead and drop a like. If you're not yet part of the squad, hit that subscribe button. Come join the squad with us. And if you want to take your support for the squad a step further, we have a Patreon where you can join us and support for as little as $1 a month. Appreciate any option you do, and I will see you in the next video after I recover. Peace.